Hello friends, in this session we'll discuss a C programming question from GATE 2015 which has a topic as the scope of variables. So it basically takes three kind of variables: static, global and local variable, and then tries to test your understanding on this particular topic. So let's see what this question asks us to do. So we have over here, let me just focus on the entire question. Yes. Now we have over here three functions, f1, f2, f3, right? And they have the void input arguments. That means they do not have any input arguments. And we have a global variable over here assigned the value as 10. So we have global variable x which is being initialized with the value 10. Now let's move into the main function. You have a local variable x being assigned the value as 1. Then you have this x being modified over here. So this is a shorthand notation. If you expand it, it becomes as x equals to x plus this entire thing. So here you have the different function calls. You have f1 plus f2 plus f3 plus f2. So if you see, f2 is being called twice and the rest of the functions are being called once. And at the end, you are basically printing the value of this x. Now let's dig into the definitions of these functions, right? You have these function definitions given after this main function. So herein there is some kind of processing. We are going to see when we just solve these this main body, because when we are going to solve this main statement, we are actually going to call these functions and solve their inner content, right? So let's quickly jump into solving this function. So what we have over here, first we initialize x with 1. This is the local variable, remember. So this is your local variable. So you should also know that there is this x which is global and it is being initialized with value 10. This was over here. So now this statement says when we expand this, this becomes x equals to x plus this entire thing. Okay. Now we solve this one by one. So when f1 is called, let's see what happens over here. It takes another x local variable because it defines this within this. So now int x equals to 25. Post increments this. Now you should all know that post increment operation executes after the end of this statement. So this is a local copy. X is being initialized with 25. This is a new variable because this is a different scope, right? So this is a local copy. And then after this x plus plus, what will happen is this 25 is changed to 26 and you return this value from here. So when you return this, this comes over here. So you have 26 over here. So this f1 is basically replaced with its value as 26. Okay. Similarly, we solve f2 over here. Now in case of f2, you have this local variable. This is again a local variable, but the scope over here is static. So it is going to have this copy for the entire program, right? The scope of a static variable is the entire program. So another important thing about a static variable is that it is initialized only once in its lifetime. So now that means this is being initialized with 50. It will not be initialized again when this f2 is called. Remember, f2 is being called twice, right? So now we initialize this as 50 and post increment again works in the similar manner. This is incremented to 51 and this value is returned as 51 over here. Similarly, when we solve for F3, what is happening over here? So now just see clearly what is happening is, it says x, again this is a shorthand notation, it says x equals to x star 10. But what is x? It has not defined x over here. There is no local variable. So now if there is no local variable, what value is it going to fetch? Is it going to take this value? No. It is automatically going to go to the global variable thingy. So now that means this value is going to be x equals to x multiplied by 10, where x value is 10. So now this is going to be x equals to 10 multiplied by 10, which is 100. Then there is post increment operation, which increments it to 101, and the output given over here is 101. Okay, so now next thing is, there is another function call of f2. Now what did we say when we were solving f2 over here? That it is initialized only once. So now this copy is going to be retained. So what is the value of x over here now? It is not going to be 50. It is going to be 51. We have 51 over here. We increment it over here. It becomes 52. When we return, we get the value 52 over here. So when we sum up all these values, we get the answer as 231. So that's all for this session. The answer is 231 for this particular question. I'm going to see you all with some more important concepts in the next session. Till then, stay tuned and keep working hard. Thank you.